We've been experiencing a lot of Botfield servers lately, and it's been kind of throwing us off a bit because it's only been mere weeks into the game released. We are already seeing a lot of bots in our servers. Like, we're just playing Conquest, pretty much Conquest all the time. Sometimes even during the day, but also like at night, like during this time, which is when I reckon most of the people will log in and play the game after work. You still get bots in the game, right? Like if you go into a fresh game, most of the time it gets filled with bots. We have noticed that, as you play the game, those bots do get replaced with real people as they keep joining the server. It kind of feels still odd, That's been a bit of a situation. And this guy, David Sirland, I don't know. David Sirland, one of the devs of Battlefield 6, has put out this tweet as a PSA. It's clear there is confusion on what makes bots be in games in BF6. Let's break it down. So he provided us a breakdown here, which I thought was interesting. So let's keep reading. It says bots enter the game on regular playlist only under these conditions. Players kickstart a lobby for a playlist, and the pre-round takes longer than X minutes, I believe 3 minutes. At that point, the bots fill the server to the necessary limit to start the game. So if you're waiting for more than 3 minutes, it's going to kickstart the bots fill, and then in order to start the game. Okay. As in 24 per side, I believe, for CQ for X. At that point, the game starts and you can play with the bots instead of waiting. Other players in the same region, matchmaking on that same playlist, will join this server as it has you on it. Each time a player joins, a bot leaves. We have seen this happen, but it still starts most of the time with bots. Once 24 players per team has entered, the server is no longer seeded with bots and all players, leaving the rest of the slots for players as well. These servers are all 64 player or whatever the max of the playlist states, not smaller ones at all. Okay, so this issue only happens for 64 player modes. It starts with 32 and then it keeps filling up to 64. Okay. Does that affect the gameplay? Abso-freaking-lutely. I don't know if that's a good thing. The alternative to doing this would be full-on waiting, possibly forever, to play on the playlist of your choice in regions with low population. But to fill a server, the first in the region, you need to stay with the bots if you keep leaving because 1. You see bots. 2. You see no other players. Well, the reason for that is you are first. You need to stick it out, or at least give it a minute or two. Or how may you are willing to try and wait for. We can and will test longer wait time limits for the seed bots to kick in, but please spread the word. Okay. Final ad, there is also onboarding bots, which is used in certain game modes for new players, called Introduction Breakthrough, I think. These bot games are different from the seeded ones. They stick around and populate a big chunk of the total player on each team. I think there is still an unaddressed issue here as to why are we getting so many bots all the time, whereas this hasn't been an issue when it launched. First 2 weeks, how many weeks has it been now? I lost track now. First couple of weeks since launch, we never had an issue with the servers filling with bots and eventually bots getting replaced with real players. But it's becoming a more frequent problem mere weeks into, since game launch. That is an issue because we haven't seen that happen in anything else before. So why is this happening right now already? Which is a concern for the game, which is a problem that they still haven't addressed. If you go to Steam charts right now, currently it's got 137 players right now. It's the middle of the week, so I understand that. But still, consistently, the 24-hour peak seems to be 355. So at some point in the day, we have this many players playing almost every single day. I don't really know, even with so many players like this, why there's so many bots filling the servers. I understand like the servers are kind of divided between regions, and I'm here in Aussie. If you're in US servers, I'm assuming there's a whole lot more players, which probably makes up a whole lot of these player base, and out of this, there's probably only a very small portion of players are actually in AU, so that could be why. So I don't really know what it is. We're already getting bots, so kind of sucks. Does that mean not enough players are playing Battlefield anymore? Does that mean that people are leaving to play RedSec and Arc Raiders? Probably. It is still an issue. It could get worse over time. That's the situation with bots. Do you guys agree, or are you guys happy with this explanation given by the Battlefield devs? Do you need more information? I reckon we need an explanation as to what they plan to do with ongoing bot situation, because it's not ideal. The alternative is waiting forever. Yeah, okay, but like, why do we already get so many bots when we didn't have this issue 2 weeks ago is my question. Let me know what you guys think, as always.